Attorney in Ohio has been fired after he literally bit somebody's finger off. Why? The now former Greene County Assistant Prosecutor Christopher Murray was fired from his position after he bit a man's finger straight off during a road rage incident. This originally began when the victim honked his horn at the attorney. Christopher is now being investigated and was fired after the assault took place. According to the incident report, the incident took place on June 30th of this year at around 12:30 a.m. Officers with the Riverside Police Department responded to a call regarding an alleged fight taking place. They allegedly received several calls from people who were passing by, and they were saying that there were two people fighting and one had the other in a headlock. Also, a dispatcher told authorities that one person said there was a ton of blood and one's finger had been bitten off. When they got to the scene, they found a man, a 43-year-old man, who was later identified as the victim, standing outside of a parked vehicle with reportedly a lot of blood on him and the ground. Medics were then called when it was discovered that the victim's finger had been bitten off. Straight off. It had been bitten off at the distal interphalangeal joint. The victim told authorities that he stopped behind another vehicle at a red light, and when the light turned green, the car in front of him did not go, so he laid on the horn. The driver of the vehicle in the front that wouldn't go was later determined to be Christopher, and it was said he got out of his vehicle, and he allegedly walked back to the victim's car and told him he wanted to fight him. The victim then told Christopher that his car windows wouldn't work, so he started to open up his driver's side door, and that was then when Christopher allegedly pulled the door open himself and started to fight the victim. Reportedly, the two men tussled to the ground, and the victim said at one point he was able to get on top of Christopher, which is when he said Christopher bit hard down on his finger. The victim had also reported to authorities that Christopher had dropped his cell phone on the ground. That was before he got back in his vehicle and then drove away. Police got the phone and put it in airplane mode and placed it in evidence, and it was said authorities were able to locate the victim's middle finger underneath the car. Now, reportedly, Christopher has not been arrested yet because his case is pending grand jury. He has been reportedly on leave from his job since July 9th, and that's from his position as an assistant prosecutor in Greene County, but he was then terminated. I think dude definitely needs some help in anger management. To bite someone's finger off, that is so gross to me. I hope he is punished and sentenced properly if it gets to that point. They find out he's guilty, and I hope his status and position does not influence that any. If you want more true crime, don't forget to visit www.truecrimewithmegan.com.